now that Mother Deol is joining Fandom, so I guess that they're also going to dominate. So what do you have to say about this?
See, it's not domination in the sense that, yeah, there's quite a few of us now. I think there's space for everybody in this industry, and there are different kinds of actors which suit different kinds of films. So definitely I'll always wish that Abhay does really well, and he's more successful than anybody around in the industry. And but then he is talented, and I think the film Sochanatha, it's a film about confusion, love, because love is always confusing, and no one knows when they are in love and when they're not in love, and when they think they're in love, it's never love, and then no one's sure about it. It's like that. It's all about confusion. So basically, Sochanatha is about a young guy who's the youngest in his family, who's very scared of his father, always takes shelter from his older brother, and how his older brother is already married, so now it's his turn to get married, and how his father is looking for girls. And he believes that he needs to lead his life his own way. So he thinks, okay, fine, I can buy time, I can say yes to dad, I'll meet the girls. And the first time he meets a girl, he tells her, look, I don't want to get married. So she says, even I don't want to get married. So they make a plan that how they'll go about it. And in doing so, they create a rift between both the families, which is fine for them at that point. But then how they keep bumping into each other. And at one moment, the boy realizes that, is this love? Because he's so attached to her, he always thinks about her. And that's how this film goes on, and the title is Sochanatha. So in life, things happen when you don't even imagine them or think about them. Abhay, he's a very different kind of an actor. I can say he's very focused, and he can torment his director, I'm sure. I'm sure he has at certain moments while making the film. And the funniest thing is, when the subject was narrated to my brother was a little amazed, because he asked the director Imtiaz that, has he spent a lot of time with Abhay? And he said no, because the subject is so much, the character which he plays in the film is so much him, And I think if he wasn't, I mean, he's so good at arguing and things like that, that if he wasn't in movies, I'm sure he would have been a great lawyer. So all I can say, he's a great actor. And not because he's my younger brother, but because I feel he is. I saw his movie, and people, when they watch him, they might not get so taken aback by him from the first frame, but as the film process moves, they'll fall in love with him. And that's all I wish, is that everybody goes to see the film. It's releasing in September, so there's one more deal coming your way.
Okay, and the film has been under production for quite some time. It took some time.
It didn't take time. It's just that we shot it in the right amount of time. It's just that it was stretched over a long period. But that happens with the first film of every boy. So in our family, even my film took time. But it is not that it took 2 years to be shot. It just was made in 2 years span, my film. So those things happen, because you're trying to be very cautious and things like that. But now it's releasing, so I just wish that people appreciate it. It's a lovely film. It has moments in the film which you feel you've lived through in your life. You must have experienced them. And
how much does this film remind you of your own debut vehicle, Barsat?
see, the thing is, with Barsat the time was different. Now time is different. At that point, there were not many cinema halls. Nowadays, there's so many multiplexes, and the trends have changed. And a lot of people actually who never did go and watch movies in theaters have started going, So a lot of families go together. So it's a very wholesome kind of an entertainment film. It's not just, there's no action in the film, but then the story didn't require that. And it's a very, I'm sure the family which will go and watch the film together, they really enjoy it, because it's got really funny moments in it and very emotional moments in it, and it's a nice film.
So Abhay's grown up with you, so what advice did you give him to face?
Abhay is definitely talks to me about what he should do and what he shouldn't, and that's something which happens when you're the older brother. I ask my brother even now for advice. And that's because we've always lived together, and I try to tell him whatever I can. I'm not such an I mean, no one can really give the best advice, but they can give the right kind of advice.
Hits and misses are part of Bollywood.
Yeah.
So how do you prepare Abhay for that?
See, I think he's seen it all. He's seen it in my career, he's seen it in my brother's career, and there's something which you have to experience yourself. But I'm sure he's very level-headed, and he's a fighter, and he'll definitely be successful.
How's Abhay's grooming been? And how have you groomed him?
See, he's done all the courses of acting, and he's done dancing, he's done action training, he's done riding. He's done everything what I did, and rest is what you have in you to be an actor, and I think he has a lot of that. He's very talented.
So what do you have to say about this pairing, Aisha Patia and...
See, Aisha is again, she's done a great job in the film. I mean, this was supposed to be her first film, but she signed on another one, and Abhay could have signed on another one, but we wanted to launch him, so he didn't sign any other films. Whereas a girl's careers are not very long, so they get very insecure, so we let her do another film. We didn't sign any contracts with her. And I think she's also a very natural actress, and I think the pair together comes across really well. So.
There are rumors that Aisha had given some trouble, so is it true?
No. Aisha never troubled us. She's a little kid. I don't think she could have troubled us. And I don't know, she's been fine. Yeah.
So how is Vijayta Films as a production doing at the moment?
See, I guess every production house is going through ups and downs. Only a few production houses are doing well. So right now our production house has been more like a launching pad, because the first film was made with my brother, then we made a film which Bhaiya made himself, and then we've made quite a few films, but I mean, what else can we do? You know, we're from the film industry, so the only other avenues for us is either to make a film ourselves, and we have a recording studio and everything, so it's all connected.
So we are seeing a little less of you on the big screen, so what are your future plans?
It's just that I had a 1 year big gap, and then I had 2 films which didn't do so well, but that happens, and I have a film called Jurm, which is releasing by October, November, and then I have Ab Tumhare Hawale Watan Sathiyo, and I have Tango Charlie. I have these 3 films which are coming up. So this year end will see quite a bit of me.
So are you planning to get back with your favorite directors, Abbas Mustaan?
See, it's not like getting back or not, it's just that they've had subjects which suited other actors, and they had production houses which they were working for who had signed on other actors, so it's not like we've written an agreement that we'll only work with each other. But I'd love to work with them, and I'm sure in the future I'll be doing a film with them.
Rajiv Rai's Cook was one of your best releases, so do you plan to work again with him?
I'm sure, I mean, he's a great friend of mine, and definitely in the future we might work together.
So how far do you involve yourself with the production aspect of your production house?
See, I'm more of a silent partner, if I am a partner, but it's more my brother. He's the main man, and I do help in whichever way I can.
Do you plan to get into direction or?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I can direct.
Okay, thanks so much.